Welcome to another episode of Just the Four of Us Nursepreneurs. Your hosts for tonight, the gracious nurse May, the inspiring nurse Rachel, the compassionate nurse Florence, and the hardworking nurse PB.
We are live! Hooray, hooray, hooray! Woo! Guys, happy Thursday and happy Nurses Week! Yay! So guys, all of us here beside this guy, we are on registered nurse. So thank you for all the hardworking nurse out there. Thank you for all of you, Nurse May, Nurse Florence, Nurse Dustin, and former Nurse PB, because we always work so hard and we transform life, right? We save lives. So thank you. So today we want to celebrate Nurse May because she just achieved amazing milestone with her online business. So introduce ourselves.
Yes, and I'm Josh. I'm the patient who was in need of a nurse and found one 8 years ago.
Yay!
My background's real estate and insurance and financial services, and from California. And my wife and I went from making some mistakes, getting in a hole, to building an online income and being able to retire her from the job.
Yeah, working 15 years, the last 15 years, 2 jobs, and 5 months in this online business. I am now bought free. We both bought free for the last 1 year, and our life have been transformed. So, Nurse Florence, say hello.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Florence. I'm an ICU nurse here in San Francisco, California. And I've been a nurse for 15 years too. Me and PB, we went to nursing school together. Actually, we went to community college together, right? So it's been a long time. I think she's like one of the few people that I've met ever since I moved here to from the Philippines, like immigrated. So I'm super grateful to be here and be amongst this amazing nurses and patients.
Thank you, Florence. Yeah, and I remember community college, we have public speaking. So before she does the public speaking, she get a shot.
Yeah.
Always.
Because
Good thing
we
I-
are shy.
I
Yeah.
know. Good thing I didn't get kicked out.
Dustin, yes, please say hello. Introduce yourself.
Oh my goodness. Hey guys, thank you for having me. Dustin, all the way from Canada. Everyone else is in America, and I'm the only Canadian here, but it's incredible because you can do the business globally. So it doesn't matter where you are, the business will reach you. That's what I love about this. Have been a nurse for 16 years, actually retired nursing last month. So it's pretty incredible to feel that I am also boss free, which feels surreal to wake up and not have to go to work anymore because of this business. And then also debt free at 39. So, I mean, that's what this business is doing for so many of us.
Amazing. Oh my God. I'm still in awe. Like, because not so many people can say they're debt free. Because people have credit card debt, student loan, car loan, stuff like that. But you are debt free. Paid. At age 39. Oh my God. And you are single and looking. Is that correct?
Isn't that what happened on our very first interview?
He's ready to mingle.
Right? I am single, but okay by myself. However,
So it's just so amazing with the result.
Right?
Yeah. So much, so amazing with the results. So congratulations, Dustin. So Nurse May, yes, today is about you. We want to celebrate you about your amazing milestone. But first, please say hello and introduce yourself.
Hello, guys. Happy Thursday. My name is May. I'm coming live from California. I'm a proud mom of 4. I'm a part-time registered nurse now, and I love my pajama days where I can have passive income on the side.
Amazing. May, how long have you been in the business?
So I've been into the business for probably a year and probably 6 months.
Wow. and like last night in the mastermind. So guys, with this online business, we have a weekly millionaire mastermind. And last night, in front of 2,400 worldwide business partner attending the meeting,
Yes.
Nurse May achieved amazing milestone. So congratulations.
Yay.
So share with us a little bit more about how much the bonus that you will earn with this milestone, and how this business have been helping you since you started business.
So to be honest, I think everybody as a parent, to begin with, I work as a full-time nurse. My husband works full-time as well. So my struggle was I'm leaving my kids in the daycare. My husband drops them off in the morning. I pick them up and then hurry, let's go get some snacks, drop you off here, and then come home, do a lot of cookings, and then do again, and it's a cycle, right? So I've been working as a nurse for 12 years, and that gives you the cycle that never ends. The same routine over and over again. I'm so excited if the kids doesn't have school because that's my vacation. That way, straight from work, I can come home and I can do my self-care. But for me, that makes me like I'm a different person. I'm a different mom. I'm a different wife because at the end, I give all my energy to my patients. When you come back home, you have to give again your energy to your family. But I don't have anything to give, right? Because the next day I have to come back to work. I have to come back. And that made me realize one day, my son told me like, Mom, are you working tomorrow? And I said, yes. Dad, are you working tomorrow? This young kid cried so much. Like he saw like someone pinch him because he doesn't want to go to daycare anymore. He's old. He doesn't have anything to do. He wants to be home, but there's no parents at home. They have to stay in the daycare until I finish my job. My husband can pick them up because he drives 75 miles away from home. So there's no one. So that cycle keeps going on. And then until I found this digital business, I was scared, just like anybody. I was skeptical, just anybody. My husband was skeptical, just anybody. But I told my husband one day, I'm going to put all my commission and checks on the side of your table. Just count it and deposit it for me because I know I want to get out from this cycle, right? I love my job, but I want to do something else that I'll be more present with my kids because for me, I don't want my kids to remember me that I'm always away from home. I'm not present to them. They have some awarding from school, but I may not be there. Somebody will take pictures. My kids' award. They send me pictures at work. I'm just on my break scrolling it. Then after I come home, they just give me their awards. As a mom, it's so hard. So, and I found a business and I started business. I don't have money. I found money. I find all my resources because I'm hungry for a change. I don't care what it is. But after 8 months from a full-time, I became a part-time. I work only 3 times a week. It made me like earn more like that I'm working full-time because I have more time with my kids and family. I've been more present with, self-care. And I am more like a better person as a mom and a wife. And that for me, it's a win. And then fast forward, I think just my 1-day paycheck is my 2 weeks of my nursing paycheck. So that's really amazing. So that's my story.
Yeah, so congratulations.
Thank you.
So May, thinking about this, right? Within 7 months in the business, for working full time, you can cut back on the work hour. That's huge.
Yes.
Because I know so many nurses like us, we have to work extra hour. Yes. We stay over 16-hour shift because we're struggling paycheck to paycheck. But because the business, you have more check coming in, you'll be able to cut back on the hour. Wow, 1 day pay, 2 week nursing salary.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'm
It's a
so
California
excited for
salary,
you.
okay? PB is a California salary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
amazing, amazing. So I want to share with you just a little bit too, because you say about that. So today we got 4 more jacks add
Yes.
in to all the jack that we got. So 4 more jack today we calculate $2,300 1 day pay. So
Wow.
literally
Wow.
like 2 week nursing salary at the registered nurse in Florida. And we earn it
Wow.
in 1 day from home using the system that run 24/7 for us.
True.
So amazing. And I'm so grateful. Today we have over 33 inquiry, people interested to learn
Wow.
more about online business. And we from home, we don't have to chase in friend or family. We don't have to knock on door, right? People come to us because we have the system that when you set it up, it runs 24/7 for you. So let's go to Florence. Florence, we started business together back in 2023. And I know before, just like you and me, I work 2 jobs and you always pick up extra overtime. Share with us more about how this business have been helping you and share a little bit about tax benefit.
Yeah. So last year I worked a lot less to the point that because I'm per diem here at work, so to the point that I'm not qualified to get the free healthcare anymore because you have to work like 1,000 hours or more a year to qualify for the healthcare as per diem. So I got a letter in January saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're not qualified anymore." Part of it is kind of sad because then I'm not qualified, but in a way, it's good because then that means that for the first time in a long time, I was able to cut my hours, my nursing hours, and so then I get to like do more things. And even though I cut my nursing hours, I still got a lot of money back from the refund, right? So and honestly, I was very surprised when my accountant was told me, okay, this is your refund. I'm like, whoa, what the heck? Like it's like almost 50,000, it's $44,000. So I was like, man, if I can make this and not work extra and even work less, this is a win-win. It's like it's definitely a win for me, and I'm very happy to do that because then I get to spend more time, with Brandon. I get to spend more time, working on the business and like travel and all those things. So I'm very grateful. You're muted.
That's amazing! Congratulations! Work less, earn more, and have $44,000 in tax refund. Because I remember when I worked as a nurse, we always have to pay back
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Because like the more you work, the more you get tax, and then the more tax that you owe at the end of the year. And Rachel, she not here today, but Rachel also a nurse, and this year she got $28,000 tax refund, and she shared with us. Without this business, she have to pay back $10,000 to the government for the taxes. But thanks to this business, instead of pay back 10,000, she got back refund $28,000. So guys, that's alone already so amazing. And thinking about this, all of your travel, all of your vacation from now on to the rest of your life will be taxed right up. Because we are attraction marketing and this is global online business. Everywhere you go, vacation from now on is taxed right up. So check it out. Send us the message. Register on our website above right there. Send your friend on the screen a message. They will help you. So Dustin, I know that we hear about you, bot free, debt free at 8:39. Share with us a little bit more why you started business and how did business helping you so much.
Well, I wish I was in America because we definitely in Canada don't get massive refunds like that. But I mean, we get refunds, but it's just like when I hear you guys say 44,000 or 50,000 or 29,000, I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. for me, my very first year, I remember way back when I look, because I made so much money from the business my very first year, that even though I had so many write-offs, I still owed the government the following year $28,000.
Wow.
Even though I made so much. However, if I didn't have all the write-offs, I would have owed so much more, right? Yeah. That's the beautiful thing about the business. So, even last year, I did still make, quite an extensive amount of money from the business, but I only owed the government $1,800. So it's such a substantial less amount of money, right? Compared to usual. So I'm hoping, this year when I do my taxes, right, I'll be able to get money back this time. There's always ways to kind of figure it out, you know what I mean? To see, you just got to find the right accountant sometimes, I feel. So sometimes it comes down to that as well, right? So, but to circle back to PB, I think for me, as of right now, it seems like, to be boss free, to be honest, it's very surreal. Like I had an interview earlier today about just kind of like everyone's thought pattern, right? You kind of always feel you have to go to school. You have to graduate, 4-year degree, 5-year degree, and then you have to work, right? The 9-to-5 grind. Like that's what we're so, used to having to do or told to have to do, is that's what we have to do when we're children. And as we age and as we grow, that's what we're pushed to do, and then come out and work this hourly job. So there's these people out there that always say it sounds too good to be true. How could this be real? Because the mindset to them is, how can you be making that much money and be boss free or work from home and still have that amount of income, right? Because to them, it's like, oh my God, are you for real? Because we're not used to that, right? We're not used to having a business that can operate and run automated and still enjoy family and make an income, right? Because to them, they're so used to a one-way mindset, right? So sometimes I find I get stuck in the loop of, oh my God, like I got to find what I have to do, but I have all this time to put into my business every day, which is a beautiful thing. Not used to that. I set my alarm clock for me when I want to get up now, right? Because I don't have to go to work, right? But it's so different. Like I got to push myself, right? Yeah. But I mean, the satisfying thing now is that I get up and I work for myself. I put the energy into me, right? First time ever, like everyone else here, I was grinding for 16 years, having to put into everybody else and help everybody else that I was last, right? Like I always put myself last. And so now it's like, I feel like it's for the first time I can put myself first and then have everything else follow that, right? So it's the time freedom. It's beautiful. The financial freedom is beautiful. But self-care, I feel like, yeah, we're nurses and we're taught to always put everyone else before us. And now it feels like I can put myself first and then everyone else after, right? Which is the first time I've ever been able to do that. So, the business is changing so many people's lives in so many different ways, whether it's time freedom, financial freedom, but there's other things that I believe that comes with that, and is just growth. Yeah. And I think growth and changing who you are as an individual is what I think is the best from the business, right? And you don't get that anywhere else. So, yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Got to be an amazing feeling, Dustin, all those years working as a nurse. And you nurses have the biggest, most amazing hearts to be able to do what you do. And now making the decision to put yourself first. You've been retired now from nursing for what, a month?
Yeah. It feels like a month, not even the end of, close to the end of April. Yeah. So like we're going on 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks, right? So yeah. And it's just like every day, I get up at 6:15 to talk about gratitude and put stuff into myself and my life and then carry on, right? But the big thing in the bigger picture is, I think we've talked about this before. Like, I know that PB, you can kind of relate to this, just losing my dad, it's a big thing. It's his birthday today, actually. So it's like a big thing for me to celebrate after this, right? So it is kind of that thing that pushes me, right, to kind of continue on about the business. You have that why, you have that fire, to kind of support my mom as she's by herself without him. But to leave a legacy, not even leave a legacy for her, but just to have her with my business, right? So the finances will be able to support her, right? Yeah. You're getting into that place in your life where, I want to see her travel. I want to see her do things for her because it's always been given to us. And now it's my way of giving back, right? And that's what I'm aiming for. So it's those things that kind of make you that like emotional and want to keep going, right? And not want to give up. There's times, and I think we all can relate to that. You want to pack it in and you want to be like, okay, I'm done here, right? It's hard. Everything is hard, right? Nursing's hard. Business is hard. Life is hard, right? But it's just not packing it in and giving up, right? It's to keep moving forward no matter how tough things get.
Yeah.
Wow, I love it. So, guys, hearing all the nurses' story, I want to hear the patient story. Gosh. Okay.
He
What
doesn't have story.
what did you love this business? Give me two things that you love about this business.
What do I love about this business? The biggest thing is the systems. Okay, I've been I've been out of the corporate workforce and been self-employed and whatnot for 23 years.
Mm.
I've done all kinds of things, and I struggled with a lot of stuff, and there was a couple businesses I did fairly well in, but anytime I thrived in a business and did well, there was always a system. Okay, there was always a system, and I've done anything from real estate to mortgage to insurance to different kind of network marketing stuff, and now this system. The fact that all you got to do is be teachable. All you do is be coachable, because it's right there and it's proven. You don't have to create the wheel. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's right there, and a lot of it's done for you and built out for you. So it's all laid out. And again, the fact that this system's only 9 years old, and close to 250,000 people around the world have bought into it, and there is so much success from people from all walks of life, all different backgrounds, different experience, no experience, you name it. There are people that are just thriving in this business because of the systems, because of the training, because of the mentorship and everything, and that's all part of the package. I don't know what you could add to this to really make it better. It's right there. If you want it, if you have a desire for change, and if you are coachable, man, you can plug in here and just change your life in, fairly short amount of time.
Yeah. Right. I will add on the second thing he loved about the business is that his wife now be with him.
Running this together.
A private nurse.
Retired nurse.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So maybe we'll do like one word. We'll go around to see. So how does it take to be successful, right, in this business or in life, really, in general, right? Like, so May.
So I think in order for you to be successful, you have to set a vision. What is your destination? What is your goal? Why are you joining in this? When you focus to your destination, I think it's just like, and my analogy is like a road. You focus to your destination. You set from your home, going to your destination. I'm not looking on the left side. I'm not looking on the right side of the road, because looking that it's gonna slows me down. But when I focus to my goals and then work as much as I can, no excuses, do it, and prioritize what needs to prioritize, you will arrive to your destination in time.
I love it. What about you, Dustin? How does it take to be successful in this business or in life?
For some reason, I was like trying to think in my head. I'm like, one word. Because I thought you said one word. So
yeah, I know, but it's okay. You can do one sentence, two sentences too.
I think the big thing for me, like it's kind of just like taking like what May had said, right? I think for me, it's just you have to be fearless. Right. I mean, I think fear paralyzes everybody, right? To kind of not take that leap of faith or not take that position to move forward because they have that fear that is telling them they may not do well, or this might not be for them, or what if A, B, and C happens, right? So it's just changing that thinking pattern of being fearful, right? And be fearless. Right. And take that step forward, because you won't know your destination, like May had said, until you take that step. Right. So we were all in those situations where we were like, what if, right. But it's kind of, navigating through that thought pattern and making a different thought pattern for yourself. And it comes with a little bit of gratitude, right. And being grateful and knowing that you can, right. You just got to take that leap forward. Right. How do you know your end destination or end goal if you don't take that step forward?
I love it. So, what about you, PB?
And Josh?
Please sleep and
PB
repeat
and Josh.
again. So be consistent, right? Because anything you do in life, it takes time. Like to become a nurse, right? It took us how many years? 5 years to study to become a nurse. right? So the business is the same. It takes some time, but it's so worth it because now we earn 5 stream of income from home. And one day pay equal like the whole month nursing salary, right? What is our biggest payday?
22K.
$22,000 is our biggest payday. That's over like 3-4 months of nursing salary in Florida. Our biggest payment is $55,000. And yes, you need to be consistent, show up for your business every single day. Just like when you go to school, nursing school, you show up for your class every single day. Right? So show up, show up, show up. Be consistent and you will get there.
What about you, Josh?
Yep. So what I'll add to that is really knowing why you need it. The why, like May talked about the vision. You got to be able to visualize and see exactly where you want to go. And then Dustin is talking about just being fearless. And I like to call that the fire ready aim as opposed to the traditional ready aim fire. Otherwise, people can kind of study and the human nature is to really try to perfect it and become an expert before you take action, but that doesn't work. You got to do and fail and get up and learn and do again. And the why, knowing why you need it, that's the fuel that's going to keep you going. Even if you stumble, even if you fail, even if you have obstacles, you got to have that fuel. There's going to be days where you just don't want to do it. You're going to get up in the morning and you're going to feel like doing anything else but the things you need to, but that why is going to keep you focused, and that's going to be that driving force.
Yeah, I love it. For me, it's be patient. Because a lot of people, I think the reason why people really people are so excited, right? When they first start a business, oh my gosh, I'm gonna like retire at 6 months, whatever. And then when they don't get it, they say, oh, the business doesn't work, all those things. But just you have to just be patient because anything in life really it's worth it to just keep going, because anything in life that's worth it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of patience. You have to dedicate a lot of time into it. So if I think this is really anything, not just the business, right? Like if you want something, like I remember going to a nurse practitioner school, and it was so hard for me. Like I was out of school for like I think 10 years before that, and I didn't want to be a student anymore, but I just had to keep going. I had to keep going and like just not give up. So being patient and not giving up, eventually it will work out. It's just a matter of asking yourself why, like what Josh said, why did you want to do this? And also just be patient with yourself and trust that everything will work out the way it's supposed to. I have one comment here. This is Elmer and Larvy Digital Business. Let's see. So do you want to read this, Josh?
Yeah, so this is watching live from Washington while watching my son practice baseball. Isn't it nice to just have that flexibility? Thanks for inspiring coaches. Love this business, the business that works for us, and not the other way around. Never miss a milestone with our family. Yes, consistency is key. And you're not missing that milestone because you're watching your son at practice right now, aren't you?
Yeah. All right, let's close this out, PB.
Sure, guys. So you hear is all. First of all, happy Nurses Week. We appreciate you on nurses, on healthcare provider. Thank you for everything you do to change life. And guys, right? It's always good to have a plan B. Always good to have multiple stream of income, right? Because at nurses, unless you work 2 jobs, you have two income stream. But like you don't have no life, right? But have this at the side hustle. This business is the business in the box. So it already built out for you. You plug into it, the business run in the background for you 24/7 and help you to earn 5 stream of income, right guys? So check this out. Send us the message, right? And then we love to help you. So Florence, what do you want to say to your friend, your audience?
Yeah, so basically, I get it. Like it's scary to get started. And also you might be thinking, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time to get this started. I always challenge people who say that, because if you're super busy now, what makes you think that tomorrow you're not busier? Right? You're not as busy or busier. So that's why I started this business. Is one of the reasons is because I'm so busy with life and I don't really have time to spend time with my mom. And like, it took me a long time to meet my partner, right? My life partner. And I'm so busy working. I'm so busy working overtime, and I don't want that. I want to, have quality time with the people that I love. And this business will definitely help me with this, or is helping me already with it. So if you're busy, the more you need this business.
Yep, you hear that right. The more you're busy, the more you need this, especially we have the automation system. It helps you. So 5 extra stream of income is so amazing. You wake up, you got cash. You come back from vacation, you have like 40 check waiting for you in the mailbox. So multiple stream of income is so amazing. So Dustin, what do you want to share with your audience?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, if you haven't taken action yet, take action. I know, like Florence had said too, right? Like, I mean, it's all about just taking that time, right? Not having time. I think that's the biggest thing for multiple people. But, the reason why I kind of laughed a little bit is because I remember when I started this business, I had so much on my plate. Like, I was surprised that I got through the business, and I was so successful in my very first year. Like, I made 6 figures in my first year, almost $200,000 doing this business. Wow. And I was, going to school full time. I was working full time. I had homework. I had family. Then I had this business, right? And I was still that successful. So, I mean, but you have to take action, right? You have to move forward. And it's just about how bad you want to change, right? I think that's a thing as well. There's a lot of people who are like, looking for something, right? And they want to better themselves, but then it's like, okay, well, when it comes to, you need a little extra time. It's like, well, that's not for me. I don't have that much time. So to me, it's like, okay, but do you really want to change your situation then that badly? Because if you did, then you would make the time for your business. You would get up a little bit earlier. You would stay up a little bit later, right? If you really want that change, you're going to make it happen. And so I always look back at my situation and say, well, I was juggling 5 different things in the business. So truly, anybody can do it. It's that flexible. It's not like you need to have like 10 hours a day into the business to be successful. When I first began, the hardest thing was the training, and that took me probably 2 weeks. And then it was like, okay, great. Now business is up and running. It's automated and it's doing its thing for me, which is amazing, right? Like, I was at school and I was having business inquiries while I was in school, right? That was incredible. So, but to also have that amount of money when you're in school, you're like, what do I do with it? It was great because it paid off my education, right? So it's just, the business is surreal. Like, it really is. Sometimes it's like, I got to pinch myself and be like, is this happening? Like, you haven't taken action, do it.
Yes.
Do it, guys. So Sis May, last call.
So I think take action and start enjoying the life that you love. We have a free info session where you can put your email and your name on it, and we'll get you a free information. It's not, no one's gonna hurt you with the free information. So take action now.
Yeah. So truly, guys, earn more and enjoy your life much more, because we are nurses. We are healthcare provider. We always want to help other people, but also it's time to have a self-care. It's time to give back to your family, right, guys? So send other message. We have Florence website up there, Sis May website, Dustin website, our website, to check it out. It's a free workshop to check it out. And if this business is for you, contact us and we will guide you the next step. Okay, guys? God bless you all and happy Nurses Week. Congratulations, Sis May.
Congratulations.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.